Let's talk about nutrition analysis and the 10 dietary markers that show us how aging a client's diet is. Hello, I'm Star Kashara, the creator of the Facelift Diet and founder of the Academy of Beauty Nutrition, the world's first and only accredited training school for practitioners of beauty nutrition. So let's dive into these 10 dietary markers that show us how aging or unbeautifying our client's diet is. So 10 sounds a little bit extreme, I know. In normal kind of basic nutrition, one would simply look at the client's nutrients and the macronutrients and the micronutrients and adjust accordingly and give the client tips on how to improve their diet. But in beauty nutrition, it's a lot more in depth because there's just so many different factors that go into aging. And if you saw my video on the 6 main pathways of aging, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's even more than those 6. Okay, so when I train my students, my Facelift Diet coaches, and my beauty nutrition practitioners how to analyze a client's diet, these are the kind of dietary markers that we look for. So number 1, obviously we're looking into basic malnutrition. So we will of course look at the client's diet in terms of, are they eating enough? Are they eating enough calories? Are they eating enough food? And are they getting enough of their basic nutrients, their minerals and their vitamins? But on top of that, we also look at the amount of beauty nutrients they're getting. So on our certificate of beauty nutrition, our students learn about the specific minerals and vitamins that are linked strongly with rejuvenation or skin health or anti-aging and all of these things. So we go a little bit further than the usual kind of dietary analysis, looking at all the minerals and vitamins, and we actually start to target the beauty nutrients and have a look and see where the client is at with those. Second thing is we do look at the fiber. This is often really missed in nutritional analysis. Fiber is so important because really skin health starts in the colon. Beauty starts in the bowel. If our colon is not efficient and working correctly, and that means the right kind of fibers in the diet, then we're going to end up with a situation of what's known as auto-intoxication. This is where we don't eliminate all our bodily waste correctly, and they end up sort of lurking inside the body, and that can show up as inflammatory skin conditions. The skin is another organ of elimination. So if one area of elimination goes down in the body needs to look for another one. So we don't want our bodily waste coming out through our skin. We want to have a healthy working bowel and urination system as well to make sure those wastes are going out, the correct elimination channels. So fiber is really important. So we look at soluble and insoluble fibers. Also, there are certain fibers such as pectin which help to remove certain heavy metals from the body, so creating a kind of detoxifying effect. So in this modern society that we live in, where we are bombarded with a lot of contamination, it's important to see where the client is at in regards to the foods that will help get that out. So 3 is hydration. So we look not just at the water the client's eating, but whether they are eating certain foods or eating in a manner that will cause too much water loss from the body as well. Because there's no point pouring water in at the one end if we're just losing it straight away. We want hydration to go right into our cells and into our skin so we retain that 64% water inside our actual skin. So number 4 is we look at essential fatty acid ratio. So that's basically the ratio of omega-3 fatty acids to omega-6 fatty acids. Now, pretty much all other fats we can create in the body. We can synthesize a lot of our own fatty acids, but EFAs are known as essential fatty acids because we have to eat them in our diet. We can't make them inside. And the ratio is very important. We need a good ratio of omega-3 to omega-6, otherwise we create an inflammatory condition in the body, and that can lead to all kinds of inflammatory conditions inside, and that will show up on our skin. Many modern diets are far too high in omega-6 and far too low in omega-3, and we need to address that balance. Number 5 out of our 10, we're halfway there, hang in, is the carbohydrate sources. Now, shock horror, a beauty diet is actually a high carbohydrate diet because most of the beauty nutrients are in fruits and vegetables. Now, you may have been led to believe that carbohydrate foods are bad and that carbs are things like refined grains, a lot of bread or pasta or pizza bases. But this is just not true. Fruits and vegetables are also carbohydrate foods. And because the beauty diet is naturally geared towards fruits and vegetables, that by default makes it a high carbohydrate diet. However, we don't want our clients to be eating a high carbohydrate diet of the wrong kind of carbohydrates. So carbohydrate sources is something we check quite rigorously when we're analysing our client's diet for aging and beauty. Number 6 out of our 10 is the beauty amino acids. So it's actually very hard to become actually protein deficient in a world where we get enough to eat. However, people can lack 1 or 2 of the essential amino acids needed for things like collagen synthesis. We make our own collagen in our skin, but we can only do that if the right elements are present. So we do look at certain, there's about 3 different amino acids that are linked to collagen production, and so we just make sure our clients have enough of those. 7, we look at glycation, the both types. So that's endogenous glycation and exogenous. So the AGEs, the advanced glycation end products, are our clients having too much of those? So are they eating a diet that's far too high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars, therefore creating a situation where lots of endogenous AGEs are created? Or are they eating a diet that's far too high in fats, animal foods such as meat, butter, and creamy soft cheeses, which are extraordinarily high in dietary AGEs? Are they using cooking methods such as lots of frying, grilling, barbecuing, and roasting that also generates an extraordinary level of AGEs in the diet? Number 8 out of the 10 is oxidation. So we want to look at our clients' diets and see if they are eating enough antioxidants to buffer the oxidation. So that's looking at the amount of plant foods they're eating, the fruits and vegetables, as those contain really high amounts of antioxidants, and especially the colors. So different antioxidants are in different colored foods. So to get the broad spectrum of the antioxidants that we need, we actually look at the different colors and score our clients based on how many of each color food they are eating. So the colors are red, orange/yellow, green, and purple. If our clients are eating enough servings from each of those 4 different color areas on a daily basis, then we can rest assured they're probably getting enough of the antioxidants they need. Sadly, we live in a world where that usually doesn't happen, and we normally have to give our clients a exciting, fun rainbow tick sheet to make sure they're getting all of their colors in. And this is something we actually go into in quite heavy detail on the Certificate of Beauty Nutrition. There's an entire module dedicated to rainbow rejuvenation. So number 9 out of our 10 dietary markers is looking at how inflammatory the diet is. So there are certain foods that are known to be inflammatory in the body, and mostly those are meat, dairy, and wheat. Ironically, or is it, one of the biggest food industries out there? No surprises there. We are all at the whim of marketing, unfortunately. But when we dig into the science, we can see that these foods are amongst the most inflammatory foods there are. So we want to make sure not only are we reducing the amount of inflammatory foods in our clients' diets, but we're also adding in foods that have an anti-inflammatory effect. And mostly those are, again, the fruits and vegetables. So finally, number 10, we do look at one of the aging causes, which is intoxication. And we have a quick check and see if our clients are drinking, smoking, or relying on caffeinated drinks, or if they are on any sort of medication that could have a sort of knock-on effect there. This is really important. Something like alcohol can actually be so damaging to the skin. It's actually hard to drink in moderation when you really look at how damaging alcohol is. Now, yes, I'm sober, but I'm not here to preach to you about going sober. However, it is a very important thing to look at, and we do obviously train our coaches to look at the level of intoxication in our clients' lifestyles. So they are the 10 main areas, the 10 main markers of aging that we train our students and graduates to look at when they're analysing their clients' diets for beauty, optimal health, longevity and anti-aging. I hope that's been helpful, and remember to check out the Academy of Beauty Nutrition. We are the world's first and only accredited online international training school for practitioners of beauty nutrition. So if this is a massive passion of yours, then join us, download our course catalogue, and hopefully we look forward to enrolling you soon. Take care.